What's up guys, Sagi here and welcome to another Tech Gear Talk. Today I'm going to tell you why I switched my camera backpack and everyday carry to the PGYTECH OneMo. And first let me ask you a question. Are you super happy with your current camera bag? If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're either looking for a camera bag because you want to see if there's something better than what you have, or you might be looking for your first camera bag and you're not sure what features or functions it should have, or maybe you just like camera bags like I do. And if you have a bag that you do like, let me know what you're using in the comment section and then let me know why you like it. For me, my issue was that the camera bag that I was using before was just uncomfortable, and so I knew I needed to replace it. I'd like to quickly thank PGYTECH for sponsoring this video. They reached out to me a little bit ago and asked if I wanted to review this bag, and I started doing a lot of research. Obviously, I do photography, I shoot video, and I love using my drone, and I'm always using different combinations of camera bodies and lenses, so I think I'm a pretty challenging consumer when it comes to backpacks because I sort of needed to do a lot. And on top of everything that I needed for work, if there was a way for a backpack to also become my everyday carry, that would be a bonus. Before getting back to them and after doing hours of research, I was thinking, this bag could be a pretty good fit and could solve some of the pain points that I have with my current bag. So I decided to reach back out to PGYTECH and said, let's do it. And I've been using this bag for a while now, so I'm going to walk you through a full review and hopefully I can help you decide whether or not this would be a good choice for you. I'm going to quickly go over some of the key features and then we're going to dive into them in more detail and talk about how they relate to real life use. Overall, this bag is really well made and it combines features of a camera bag with ones that I would look for in an everyday carry. It's a 25-liter backpack when it's in its most condensed configuration, but the system is expandable for a total of 35 liters. This modular design includes a removable messenger bag style pouch that's designed to hold your drone, your camera gear, or any daily essentials. It has dedicated pockets for battery storage with charge status indicators, customizable compartments, a comfortable mesh back padding with dedicated air channels, an RFID protected compartment, and anti-theft zippers. There's also a dedicated laptop or tablet sleeve which can hold up to a 15-inch MacBook Pro, tons of access panels, and lots of storage options, so let's go ahead and dive in. Now there are 5 things that I look for when I'm picking a bag: construction and comfort, aesthetics, utility or access, organization, and then any additional unique features. And if you're going to skip any part of this video for some reason, make sure that you do check that unique additional add-on section because they did some really clever things with this bag. And I put timestamps in the description to make your life easier. Okay, so we're going to start with construction. And let me just say that I'm not the most careful person when it comes to my bags. I use good bags so I know they can hold up to some of the abuse that I put them through and still protect my gear. The outer shell of the OneMo is made of 85% polyester and 15% polyurethane. So we're getting the strength and rigidity from the polyester and the flexibility and movement from the polyurethane. And this outer shell is scratched and tear resistant. Now texture and feel are things that are a little difficult to convey in video or images, but I'll do my best here. It feels really nice to the touch. It's almost rubbery and it has some grippiness to it. Is that a real word, grippiness? I think it's a real word. I don't care, I'm keeping it. Grippiness, it has it, it's a word. And I know this bag isn't really gonna be on my skin and maybe I'm just weird, but when I buy stuff, I'm always like rubbing the texture and to feel like what the material actually feels like. And that's something that's important to me. This material is also strong, durable, it's rain resistant, and I feel really safe about carrying my expensive camera equipment or my drones in it. I've thrown it on the ground, I've dragged it, and it's holding up great. Like you could see, it doesn't look new because I actually used my gear for a bunch of months before reviewing it. The weather resistance continues to the zippers, which are water resistant. The zipper pulls are really nice and big, and the zippers operate really smoothly even when the bag is pretty packed. Now, the zippers also have this anti-theft loop to them, so you can just pull this zipper pull through the loop, then no one's going to be able to easily unzip your bag while you're wearing it. Now, if you get caught in a storm and you really need an extra level of protection, then you can use the included waterproof rain cover, which is stored in the bottom of the bag in a velcroed pocket. Now the bag is also really nicely padded, so everything from the sides to the front, all the dividers, and then all the other components that I'm going to get to in a minute have a ton of padding on them. Now for me, the lack of good padding is a non-starter. If I'm putting thousands and sometimes tens of thousands worth of photography and video equipment in a bag, I need to know that my gear is protected. I also really like that the bag stands up and it doesn't tip over. It has a really nice and solid structure to it, and I like that PGYTECH offers a lifetime warranty. All right, so let's move on to the shoulder straps. My biggest problem with my current bag was that it was uncomfortable, so this was definitely one of the things that I was looking for when I was researching the bag. Now these straps are nice and wide, so the weight is distributed really well. They have a nice amount of padding, which has this like crisscross hive-shaped air channel thing, and it allows the heat to escape. Then the part that's against your skin is just mesh, so air can flow through it, and in my experience, it's very breathable and comfortable. Now the same padding is also used on the back of the bag. It's thicker here and offers even more support and comfort. And there's also exterior channels that allow the air to flow in and out, and again, this keeps you cool. Now in addition to the shoulder straps, there are 3 external handles. One on the side over here, one on the top, and then another one on the back of the bag. And this one also doubles as a luggage strap, so you can put it over your rolling luggage and then take the weight off your back. Now before I move on to the next section, if you like what you've seen so far, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. It helps me know what kind of content you guys like so I can make more of it. And if it's your first time here, hit the subscribe and notification buttons so you can stay up to date on all the latest gear and tutorials. All right, so moving on, let's talk about the look of this bag. And I know it's not the most important thing, but I like to have a nice looking bag. I do, I like it. It makes me happy when I look at it. And I got the OneMo in the Olivine Camo, which I love. Like, I think it looks awesome. I definitely recommend this color. The black looks really nice and clean, but I already have a bunch of black bags and I wanted something that looks a little bit different. And aesthetically, something that appeals to me about this bag, as well as some other ones that I have, is that it doesn't really look like a camera bag to me. I guess at least I don't think it looks like a camera bag. I think it just looks like a really nice bag. All right, so now let's move on to utility and access. And there are a lot of options with this bag. First, and something that I didn't have with my previous bag, is the ability to have complete access. So meaning that I can put this bag down, open it up, and now I have complete access to the entire bag. Now this is what I need when I'm on location. I can just open it up, leave it open, and then I can change lenses, get more gear out, or just put something away. I don't have to keep zipping and unzipping different compartments. Now, if the bag is zipped up and I just need access to my laptop or tablet, I can just unzip the top of it and then reach in and grab my laptop. But this is only the beginning. So next we're going to look at this camera side access panel. And this lets me get the camera out of the bag without unzipping the main zipper. And I can also do this while I'm wearing the bag by swinging it around, getting the camera out, and then swinging it back. Now, depending on how you configure your bag, and I'll get to that in the next section, there's another zipper right below which will give you access to either the integrated shoulder bag or to another camera body. Now, this is really important to me because there are a lot of times when I have more than one body with me and I need to be able to quickly access both, so I find this sort of dual access module over here super helpful. Now let's move on to capacity. The bag itself in the default configuration is 25 liters, which is plenty for what I normally take with me. What's great is that there's an expandable storage compartment in the front, so if you need it, you just unzip the front zipper and then you can see this whole area expands. Now you can just unzip the interior zipper and you just added 5 liters worth of capacity because this compartment is essentially the entire length and width of the bag. Now I normally put my gimbal in there, which is excellent because a gimbal is usually a really awkward piece of gear to fit in a bag because of the shape. Now with a lot of other bags, I would put it in the water bottle holder, which is on the side, and that works, but the gimbal is exposed and it easily can get damaged or stolen. And with the OneMo, I can fit the Ronin S or my Gimbal S, and I have a ton of room to spare in this big compartment. I can also use this for a jacket or a blanket or anything else that I want to keep separate from my gear. And then in terms of capacity, the pouch can be removed from the bag and then worn around the waist, or as a shoulder bag, and then adds another 5 liters of storage to the system. And that means that you can go from 25 liters to 35 liters depending on the configuration. And I love how modular and versatile this makes the bag because I can pack it one way and then reconfigure it when I get to my destination and use it in different ways. Also, whenever we travel, the girls always hand us stuff that they don't want to carry, so it's nice to know that I can create some more space on the fly. That naturally transitions us to talking about the different ways that you can organize your gear in this bag. So obviously it was designed for photography, for video, and for drone enthusiasts. And since I do all three, I definitely put it to the test. Now with the default configuration, the top portion of the bag is divided using these padded Velcro panels. And you can really get creative with the setup depending on what you need to fit in. Now really the only thing that I kept constant is the compartment closest to the side pocket so that I can always grab my camera. But I carried a ton of lenses, my Insta360R, my Narbox, my power bank, extra cables and mounts, so this was the main area where I put my gear. Now next there's a divider which splits the bag in half, and by default the lower half of the bag contains the pouch which normally houses one of my smaller drones. So I can put my Mavic Pro with the remote, a couple additional batteries and filters all in this pouch. So then when I want to fly, I can just take this pouch out and I have everything that I need. The pouch also has additional dividers in it, so again, you can configure it exactly how you need. And it also turns into a shoulder bag with the provided shoulder strap. So if you want to just take your drone with you or just a camera and a couple of lenses, and you want to leave the big bag at home, you also have that option. And this little bag actually has another compartment that you can unzip, which adds even more capacity. It's kind of like the bag that never ends. And one of the last options in terms of how you can wear this small bag is using the waist strap that you normally use to take the weight off your shoulders. And you can connect the strap to the smaller bag and then wear it around your waist as kind of like a fanny pack. But now you have this super stable and accessible platform to work with. So I've used this setup with a camera and multiple lenses in it, and it really makes life easier when you're changing lenses. You're not having to put anything on the ground, you don't have lenses rolling away from you. It also keeps your gear clean and protected. Now, as soon as you take the pouch out of the main bag, or if you just leave it at home, and now you have additional dividers that you can use to configure this entire half of the bag. So when I have multiple bodies, this is what I do. And that's what I was talking about before about the ability to reach in through either one of these pockets and grab a camera body. You can even take this divider and lay it flat against the front of the bag, then remove all of these, and then you just get one super big compartment. Now, personally, that's not how I use the bag, but if you're using it as an everyday carry and that's what you like, you do have that option. Now, one other pocket that I want to show you is opposite to that of the camera access. It has this elastic mesh pocket, which I use to keep my lens wipes or anything that I want quick access to, but I don't want loose in the bag. There's also a zippered compartment over here that I use for memory cards, and there are these elastic loops that can be used to hold cables in place. All right, so now we get to talk about all the fun little add-ons that I really appreciate about this bag. And let's start with the strap, because if you're a photographer or you shoot video, you're gonna know exactly why this is important to me. Whenever I'm shooting, I always take my camera out and then I take the lens cap off the camera, but I don't wanna put it back in the bag because it'll go all over the place. So I end up putting it in my pocket, and then I'm not sure which pocket I put it in, and I can't ever find it. So what PGYTECH did here is they added a lens cap holder to the right shoulder strap. So check out this elastic band here. I use this one with the larger lens caps, and then this smaller one with lenses from like my M50 or A6400. It's really nice and secure, and now I know exactly where my lens cap is, and I can easily get to it when I need it. Now on the other shoulder strap, we have an actual zippered compartment, which I normally carry a knife or memory cards or a really small but powerful power bank that I sometimes use to charge my devices when I'm walking around. Now another thing that I like here is the design of the shoulder strap. So each side is on this channel, so you can easily adjust it and get it at the perfect height. Now another thing here on the back is that the shoulder straps fit into these little pockets. So if you plan on carrying the bag by the handles, you can just tuck these shoulder straps away and they don't go flailing all over the place. All right, so moving on, the zippered camera access pocket actually has another zipper inside of it that gives you access to an RFID protected compartment where you can keep your wallet or your credit cards. Next, the zipper pocket below has 3 battery compartments with a charge indicator. So this may sound super basic, but I love the simplicity here. I have 3 full batteries, so I change all these indicators to green, and then when I take a dead battery out of my camera, I grab a fully charged one, put the dead one away, and then I just slide this indicator over to red. And this way I'm never playing the game of trying to figure out which battery still has a charge. Now on the other side of the bag, we have a water bottle holder, which can double as a tripod holder. Now depending on the size of your tripod, you can either just fit the entire thing in this pocket or just 1 or 2 of the legs. And then you use the tripod strap to secure it in place and you're good. And if you don't want the tripod mounted on the side, you can also mount it to the top using these utility straps that are stored in this cute little magnetic pocket. And I don't know what it is, but whenever my bag has a magnetic pocket, it really just makes me smile. I don't really know why, but I like it. And you can also use these straps to attach something to the back of the bag, like a blanket or a jacket or a sleeping bag, anything that you either can't fit in the bag or you just want to keep separate. And one last little accessory that I use, and it's not included with the bag, but it's this little shoulder strap attachment for an action cam. and I just got a GoPro Hero 8 and I wanted to be able to have it on me when I'm going out on shoots or I'm doing tutorials for you guys. So this little thing just goes around the shoulder strap and it clamps in place, and then I can attach my GoPro, I can level it with this articulating mount, and then I can point it at the right height and I'm good to go. So you'll be seeing more shots from this angle in my future videos. So would I recommend this bag? I'm gonna say yes. I've been using the OneMo for a few months now and it's worked great for me. I love all the different configurations that I can get with it. The fact that I can go from 25 liters to 35 liters makes it super versatile. I really appreciate the little add-ons like the lens cap holder, the pocket on the shoulder strap, the RFID protected compartment, and the dedicated battery compartments with charge indicator. It's comfortable, it's well made. I love the Olivine Camo look. So all around, it's a very solid bag. Now speaking of, I mentioned before that there are two colors. So the Twilight Black sells for right under 200 bucks and the Olivine Camo is an extra 20 bucks, which for me would be worth it. Again, because I like how it looks, but let me know in the comment section which one you guys like better. And if you use the link in the description, you'll get an automatic $5 off and free shipping anywhere in the US and in Europe. I really hope I was able to give you a good overview of the PGYTECH OneMo. If I did, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, tweet it, share it, and if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe and notification buttons. You can always find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Tech Gear Talk. You know what I always say, buy it nice or buy it twice. Good luck and see you soon.